Hello everyone, I'm firesplitter, and today we're gonna run the amazing category Adventure for Hello Kitty Cruisers. It is gonna be what it is. This is Hello Kitty Cruisers. For anyone who hasn't seen this game speedrun before, I don't play many of you. This is not a large game, it's not a super popular game, but it is a quite glitchy and interesting game, which we are gonna see a little bit of. Not too much in this category as we would in the tour categories, but still gonna be a little bit of fun stuff going on here. But I'm gonna start to run in. Let's see here. I'm gonna start time in 3, 2, 1, start. So in this category, we are gonna complete different objectives. There are 5 different kinds of objectives. The first one is to pick up cupcakes, which we're gonna do now. This course is pretty chill, pretty easy, makes it look like this is gonna be a pretty easy run, right? But nothing could actually be further from the truth. I would say this is probably the most difficult category of this game, beside 100% categories, which are difficult because they contain this section. The goal of this category is like to complete the objectives. This one's to grab them cupcakes. The next one is gonna be to go through some rainbow gates, which seems very similar. It is very similar, but like the gates are a little bit bigger, so we have a little bit more room. But this is the first course we're gonna see the most horrific enemy of this run, and that is the boat controls. The boat controls are the most difficult enemy in video game history. The boat controls in this game are a little bit special. We have to drift a little bit to get all of the turns we want to have, and it's like, I don't know, it's very hard to explain, but the controls feel a little bit floaty. They feel like they are a little bit behind what you are expecting them to be. So it's like always a challenge whenever we have to play a boat course, but thankfully this is a pretty easy boat course. So we had no big accidents happening there. It was lovely. And now comes what we speedrunners are probably the most familiar with, and that is a time attack. We are gonna beat it before the 45-second mark, which is right there. Which is gonna be relatively easy. We don't need to beat the ghost. It would be nice if we did though, but I don't think we will. Or are we? Are we actually gonna beat our ghost here? We beat the ghost! We beat our PB ghost here. Let's go. That might sound a little hype, it is hype. But yeah, the thing in this category is that most of the time when I run this in as part of the 100% category. And the 100% category requires me to delete the save data, so it's basically oftentimes just the last couple of runs best ghost I'm running against. But it's still very hyped to beat that ghost. It means we did something quite right here. Let's see here. And beautiful. And now we are on the final type of course, which is the apple courses. The apple courses are... they shift between being some of the easier and more difficult courses. It's a little bit hard to... There we go, beautiful. Okay, good. We lose a little bit of time here because we didn't get all of the apples we want, but that's cool. That happens. Let's see here. Now it's time for cupcake hunt. Now everything is gonna be, those 4 objective types are gonna be throughout the entirety of this run. I'm gonna start with cupcakes here again. And it's gonna go around in the same circle. Now we have to pick up cupcakes with the boat, which is a little bit more of a task, to put it kindly, than doing it by car. So this course is like relatively nice, relatively soft, relatively sweet. is the cupcakes. It's gonna be sweet, obviously. Let's see here. Okay, let's try to do a nice little turn here. Do a quick turn round. There we go. It's gonna be a little bit slowish, but it's cool. There's final cupcake. And beautiful. And now it's time for rainbow gates again. And this time we're gonna fly through them. And now we triggered a little glitch here, where we are having some elements of the previous screen stuck on there. This is one of the more annoying glitches in this game because, like, obviously, like having all of these text on screen is kind of covering up our vision a little bit, wouldn't you say? But it does also add another fun little element in that two music tracks are playing at once. There is an extension of this glitch that can happen very rarely, or a variant of it, that is quite nasty and that can corrupt save data. I hope we won't see that, because that would be kind of a little bit devastating. It's pretty rare though. I only seen it happen like twice in my, I think I played this game for like 400 or 500 hours, something like that. So it's obviously like a very, very rare glitch. But it can happen, and it's only happening in adventure mode. So anything can really, really happen. So here we go. Time for another time trial. But yeah, this game is, as I said, it's a very, 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 very glitchy game. Very, very, very glitchy game. One of the glitchier games I've ever played, actually. And I have played a lot of glitchy games. There we go. Going pretty nice here so far. So on this course, normally when we're playing on tours, we're gonna be sucked towards the wall, but we're not having that happening here because those, I'm not sure why, but those doesn't activate during this run. I'm actually not sure. It's like one of the course obstacles that are not active. Like, course obstacles are not active during adventure. I'm actually not sure why. Well, not all. Some course obstacles are active while others are not. A little bit random. Very, very nice. It's not active though, and here we go. It's another apple course, and we are gonna take this route actually because it lets me pick up more apples in one lap, which is a little bit of time save. Because, like, even if we have to go a little slower, as long as we don't have to go super slow, it's actually fast. It's like have to go 1 lap, 1.5 lap instead of like 3 laps. Depends on how slow we take it, but yeah. If we take it really quickly, we can take way, way, way longer. Going pretty nicely so far though. Both controls are really doing their work here. I have to stop and basically realign ourselves because, like, the both controls doesn't allow us to realign ourselves in decent time. And there we go, it was pretty good time. Our best is 109, which I think was actually done during our run was very, very close to PB, so that's actually pretty good here. Now it's time for the cupcake course. This is one of the more scary cupcake courses, because the cupcakes in this course are wearing camo. They're camouflaged. They are using cupcake camouflage, which is very, very powerful, very, very broken camouflage in the Hello Kitty universe. Almost missed that one, so let's go down and pick it up. There we go. Because it kind of looks a lot like the snow on the top of the trees and stuff like that. So it's like pretty easy to mix it up for the mushrooms and trees, the cupcakes, if you are not on the lookout. But thankfully that didn't happen and things are going quite nicely here, and there we go. There are very, very few places and universes where looking like a cupcake is good camouflage, but like if there's some place where that is true, it's the Hello Kitty universe, right? So now we gotta go through here and pick up some gates. The gates here also have a little bit of camouflage. They look like rainbows. And yeah, rainbow camouflage is also really good camouflage in the Hello Kitty world. Thankfully, they are going up a little bit above the track, so we are actually seeing a little bit of difference. And okay, good. Oh, got me. Did I just miss that gate? Or did I hit it? Let's go through it. Just in case. Yeah, we missed it. There we go. better to be safe than sorry with the gates, as we are only getting one lap. Once we are finished the course, we are not getting another lap. On the cupcake courses, we get another lap. On these ones, not so much. Once we cross the finish line, it's basically over. So there we go. So if I miss something, it's better to pick it up. And there we go. Instead of backtracking. And next course, gonna do a little turn here, and whoop, beautiful. We are neck by neck with our ghost. Let's see if we can beat it. We are close to beating the ghost. We have a better turn there. Let's see if we can... No, we didn't get the better turn there. Our ghost is sadly gonna win here because we didn't get the final turn nice. But that was nice. We did it. With much time to spare. It was a very, very good course still. And now it's time for another apple course. On this apple course, there is a little section here, and sadly, we have the glitch going on again. So we're gonna see this screen for a while. I'm actually not gonna be too concerned about picking up all the apples here. I'm gonna try to pick up as many apples as possible. But at the end of this course, we have a little bit of a buffer. Where we can pick up a lot of apples without losing any extra time. So we are not gonna offer too much. We're not gonna sacrifice too much speed to get more apples like we would on some courses. So let's go. We got 50 out of 99 apples. We are way on our way to beat this. Lovely, and here we go. Yeah, the car controls in this game are like pretty good for being Hello Kitty Kruisers. Like, if you use like games like Mario Kart, obviously these controls are gonna seem like pretty not great, but there's like a little bit of buffer there. We can continue that lap round and get a lot of extra apples in case we need to. But we oftentimes don't need to. Here we gotta do a little trick though. It's gonna be one of the funnier tricks on this run. We are actually gonna pick up these cupcakes at the start of the race. Normally, like, you're supposed to do this in 2 laps, but if we do it this way, we can do it in 1 lap. And that is quite obviously a bit of a time save actually. Because, I mean, doing 1 lap instead of 2 laps that saves a lot of time, you know? Saves quite a bit of time. And we're gonna see that on the timer up there, by the way, that we are gonna finish with way more time than it says it should take to beat this. And there we go, we got a new best on this course. That's very high. Now it's time for Rainbow Gates. We're gonna play a little safe on this course because this is the most difficult course of this game. It is a boat course, and it has these extra thingies. Even without these extra thingies, even in like Tour, this is like the most difficult course in the game because the boat controls and all of the ice thingies that are making us spin out to touch them. So we're gonna play it a little bit safe here to avoid having any accidents happen really. We're not gonna let these we're not gonna like take full advantage of speed boosts because then we can't actually miss a ring and that would be sad. But with it, we also got a really respectable time there. That's great. And now it's time for another time trial. And this time trial we're gonna do flying again. We're gonna fly around here. And this course is a little bit interesting, because it's kind of hard to see where we are supposed to go. So we kind of have to look a little bit on the map to tell us where we are supposed to go, because the walls are not clearly defined in this level. Always. There are arrows pointing in the right direction, but with speedrunners, we're not always looking at arrows. There's no time to look for arrows when we are trying to get a PB. And there we go. We are basically neck by neck with the ghost there. And next level, we can do another apple run. This is one of the more difficult apple run courses, and it's by car. There's gonna be like a couple of parts of this course we have to make choices. And it's very very crafty what choices we are making. But we basically like trying to take the route which allows us to take the most apples per second, not by necessity which way gonna like make us finish a lap the fastest. It does make sense that when that's the goal, right? Like there's some parts of this course which can look like we are doing things that would normally like lose a lot of time, but like the safe time, like here for example, by going there and picking up those apples. We ignore those apples because it's not worth to go for free apples to get there. Same thing there really. It takes so long to get those free apples. It's just like faster to like continue the course a little bit longer on the second lap than to pick those apples up. Because the big apple bunch are like at the start of this lap. There we go. Gonna want to pick these apples up. Then gonna want to pick these apples up. Then we want to pick these apples up. Yeah, no, it's like pretty smooth sailing to the end here. Missed a little bit more apples than we want, so we are losing a little bit of time here, but that's cool. And time for cupcake hunt. This is gonna be like the last one we're gonna try to finish it in one lap, when it's like meant to we're gonna start the second lap. Okay, we missed them, so we're gonna go in reverse. Hope we can pick them up. Lovely. Go. This is gonna be very tight. Very tight. On this course, it's like a question if this is saving. Like, it is saving time. It is saving time if we do it well, but like if we fail like we do here, that it's not saving too much time. If we do this course as intended, we basically get like finish it with like a couple of seconds remaining. Like, yeah, it's still scary even if we do the intended trick and fail it like we did there. But I hope, and I really hope we lost too much time that we have to restart. I'm gonna play it safe then. I'm gonna play this one safe. I'm gonna do the safe strat here. We fail it once. Failing it once, we do the safe trick for the second time. Doing it safe for the second attempt. It saves like 4 or 5 seconds if we get that perfectly, but it's like pretty rough to do so. Something I always try to go for though, because like those seconds does matter. Does matter quite a bit if we're going for PBs. But this is a marathon run, so I'm fine with taking it safe here. And there we go, got it. And now it's time for Rainbow Gates E. This one is we gotta fly, and this one's a little bit scary because I guess with the cupcakes in the winter course, these gates are really good at hiding here because, well, you wouldn't think that rainbow camouflage is good, but when everything is rainbows, well, being rainbow colored is really, really good in a world of rainbows, wouldn't you say? The only thing like we should they think we should like be really on the lookout for here isn't the rainbow colors, like the little boats. There we go, we got it. But also there are like boats everywhere too on this course, so yeah, like they are perfect camouflage. We got it, we got it. And now it's time for time trial E. The final time trial, then we gotta come to the final course, and this is basically the first level of the game. Lovely. So there's one little thing I want to talk about here a little bit about how we are routing. In the past, we hugged walls a lot in this game, in this category, because we were allowed to hug walls, but we are not allowed to hug walls anymore. Because nowadays, if you hug the wall, what happens is that you start to jump up and down a little bit, because they changed how collision works in this game from like not doing anything really to making it so that it converts your horizontal speed to vertical speed. But now we're on the final level, and this level is the most difficult level in this game, really. It's the same level as before I talked about with the gates, that was like really difficult. But now we have to pick up as many apples as we can, and well, the boat controls here are really, really not good. Like, when some people are good at speed games, they say that like this is way easier than it looks like, right? But when you're good at a video game, you understand, like, and you are assuring that people watch, and they like never believe in you when you say it, but like, people always say that like this is way easier than it looks like. This game and this course is quite the opposite. This is like way more difficult than it looks like in the other way. Because yeah, the boat controls are not amazing. As you can see, it takes a while for turns to start turning, so it's like a lot of stuff to do. We kind of have to stop in here to like make sure we pick up the apples. We can go a little bit faster in reality, like a little bit faster, but like it's very, very brave to do so. And being brave in a marathon run is not always the best thing. But we're not gonna play it super duper ultra safe, but we gotta play it a little safe. The most important thing though is that we get to the next section here at the start, because at the start this level is like really where the most apples are. So you could, I think theoretically speaking, maybe it's fast, like play a little bit more, what should I say, fast at the start and aim for 3 laps rather than 2. It's something I am thinking about experimenting a little bit with, as the start of this level is like so apple heavy. And there we go, we should be done here. It's gonna be time. There we go. That was everything for Hello Kitty Cruisers Adventures. So yeah, that was fun. It was lovely to be here. I hope you all enjoyed watching this little run. And that the rest of the marathon is going well.
Alright, thanks so much for that amazing run. That was fantastic. Any final sort of words or shoutouts, or anywhere that the lovely people in the chat can find you?
You can find me on twitch.tv/firesplitter whenever I am streaming. I am on a little bit of streaming hiatus now though, because of life. I have a lot of stuff going on in my life right now. So I don't have so much time streaming, but whenever I stream, that's where you find me. And for any shoutouts, there aren't any I can think about because there are very, very few active runners of this game. I would like to shout out the mod team, because the mod team in this game are pretty good, pretty amazing to have to handle with. And yeah, as for the final words, well, if you feel like you can afford it, don't be shy to press that donation button, because it's for a really, really good cause.
Alright, thank you so much for that, Firesplitter. Stay tuned right there. We are going to be back with our final 2 runs of No Fish 2024. Coming up next is gonna be Kinect Sports Season 2 in about 10 minutes time, so stay right there. We will be right back.